Hi, Mike Bogden
and Craig Neville.
And it's the Island Park Weekly Weather Report for
Wednesday, July 9th, 2025, and the 6 days thereafter.
That's right, and we're coming to you from Lakeside.
Yes, Lakeside Lodge.
Over on the reservoir.
Yes, by the jetty.
Yeah, and we're
using it as a windbreak.
Yeah, because it's windy over here.
It is.
Yeah. So let's talk about the weather, Craig.
Yeah, it looks like we got a pretty nice week coming up.
Yeah. It's basically going to be just about like this. It's going to be 80s for the most part.
For the most part.
And
we will have a slight cool down, not much.
Well, on Thursday, Friday.
Mostly for Friday.
Yeah.
Daytime high. So let's start with Wednesday. Wednesday, it'll be mid-80s for the high.
Yeah.
Overnight lows will be right around that 50 mark.
Yes, and then Thursday and Friday, we got a little teeny bit of a cold down, maybe 5 to 8 degrees.
Yep, slight chances of some afternoon, evening thunderstorms, slight on Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah,
night.
it looks like now they're going to skip over us and go north, which is what's causing the wind coming from the west. There's a little bit of a front going north of us, but we're not going to see much of it. So we're pretty much just going to have hot and on and off winds.
So yep. So Thursday, the daytime high will be in the low to mid 80s. Overnight low.
Yeah, high 40s probably.
Yep. And then Friday, we're looking at probably the high 70s for Friday.
Yeah, it could
maybe a low 80.
Yeah, right in there someplace.
High 70s.
Yeah, we're gonna cool down about 8 degrees. So it depends on what the Wednesday is, but it's gonna be right in there someplace.
Yep. And then for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we'll bring it back up into the 80s.
Yeah, we're back up to more 80s, and some of those will be high 80s. So it's gonna be pretty hot all week.
Yep. I don't think the high 80s will happen until maybe Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, and so there may be a chance of maybe another little front coming through Monday and Tuesday with a little bit of moisture, but it's just going to be some real light mountain thunderstorms.
Yes.
Which
we can get any day up
Yeah,
here.
it just depends on what skirts this is all, and whether it drops down here at all. And usually, if it does skirt us, it does come through. It usually only hits like the north shore of the lake, and that's it.
Right.
So it'll be raining there, and he'll just be dry. So
once in a while, I'll get a few raindrops at my house.
Yeah,
but that's
Anyway, but so basically, a pleasant week, a little windy in places.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's a beautiful week to come out here.
A beautiful time to come up and enjoy Island Park with us.
Exactly.
Yes.
So while you're here, a couple things you want to be aware of. With this hot wind going on, it means it's going to dry out the grasses a little bit. Be aware of fires. Right now, we don't have any over here. However, California is on fire everywhere, and if you see,
isn't it usually?
Well, it's pretty bad right now. I mean, it's just all the way up. In fact, it's not just California.
California's on fire, even in the cities.
Yeah,
it's just all on fire.
Yeah, that's true. But these are some of these are natural, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right. Rather than man-caused.
Then mostly peaceful. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's a good way to put it. Rather than mostly peaceful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, so just be aware that there are a lot of fires. So it may affect the air quality with the wind the way it is. Probably not, but
no, it'll blow right on.
But like I said, they do have some air quality coming over from California and even from Oregon and stuff. So be aware of that. But other than that, watch fires. If you're going to have a campfire, make sure that you clear the brush, 15 feet, in circumference around or in a diameter around the place. Make sure that you have water and a shovel to put it out when you're done.
Yep.
And if it's windy at all, do not have a fire.
No.
And even if you're in a cabin, don't have a fire in a campfire if it's windy, because that will present a problem. And also keep your fires a little low. Don't get big bonfires. Just make a nice little fire and burn some marshmallows. Call it good, okay?
Be an American Indian, not a white man.
Yeah. and then the other thing to watch out for basically is also just watch out for the traffic up here. We've had several accidents.
Yeah.
We had another fatality last week.
Slow and easy.
Yeah,
you're on vacation.
Well, and the problem
Take your time.
Well, and the problem is it may not be you. It's some other bustard that's running around that's causing the problem.
Well, but if everybody is taking it easy and taking their time,
I know, but there's always an idiot. But we had a guy that
he's right.
We had a guy with the semi and a carrier with a trailer.
Yeah, he was an idiot.
And he drifted off to the right and overcorrected, and his trailer fishtailed and went into oncoming traffic going the other direction.
Took out a young girl, did it?
Killed their young daughter and boogered up everybody else and stuff. But the thing is that there's a lot of ramifications from this kind of stuff. And so when you're driving, drive very defensively. Keep an eye on the road and look for places. Look and say, well, if something came in my lane, how would I swerve around it? What could I do?
How could I react?
How could
that it won't turn out too negatively?
Yeah, well, so your family lives.
Right.
Anyway, so just keep an eye on your surroundings at all times, and just keep an eye out for what can I do to get away from something so it doesn't endanger my family. So be real careful with that too. So we just want you all to go home safe.
Yeah.
Have a great time. We want you to have happy memories, not miserable ones of losing a loved one.
That's exactly right.
Anyway, with that, we just want to wish you a good week, and we want you to be safe and be careful. So from On the Park, this is Mike Bogden
And Craig Neville.
All right, take care, guys. See you. Bye.
Bye-bye.